Alrighty, guys. I believe had some technical difficulties there, and we're back on the stream now. So let's continue here. So we're looking at GJ again. We're looking for this, GJ to come down, but since it has not come down, we're looking at for GJ to tap the 1 hour EMA there, and then potentially. Right, we're going to potentially see if it can reject the 1 hour EMA. So nearly tapped here. However, still coming up. Let's see. Man, GJ could be, just ranging within this given zone here, but we need to identify that and look for a bearish push here of a candle. Let's see. Okay, coming right to the 1 hour EMA here. And, oh wow, USD CAD is pushing. So USD CAD is really pushing up here. So could we see for USD CAD? Could we see, a push above here? Let's see. So could we get something above this level? So that means, above here, 1 to 1, then we got the second touch, and now we could get USD CAD to come all the way up here before the push down here. So let's see, still in development right now, so we're going to have to wait out to see what really happens with USD CAD here, but that means GJ would be, pushing down if we're looking at the correct inverse correlation here, as per the inverse correlation, but GJ seems to be pushing up above here. Now, could we get a rejection here to the downside so we can potentially be able to execute the GJ buy stops once price reaches below that area. So that is something we're going to have to be patient and see at a later time here. But wow, USD CAD without any wick on the bottom end. Yeah, no wick here, and that's again, yeah, that's how London opened up as well. So London opened up with no wick and a current bullish momentum here on near 9 pip current candle here that could push up all the way up there as well. So let's see. Let me see how large of a range this is. So 65 here. So it's very, that's more than a small range for USD CAD according to the range ideology. So that's more of a medium, going for large, especially, considering intraday scalping, intraday swing. So definitely on the larger end here. Okay, so this is where we're looking at USD CAD. It was ranging in this zone earlier, but now we're looking for a push all the way up, or this brings it right back down and it'll be in the small range then. Let's see. For GJ, oh wow, so GJ is making that push. So that means USD CAD may just push back down here. So GJ has made this push. Now, The reason why I didn't consider the buy stops completely right here in this zone, especially during the London opening volume kicking in, is that it could reject the EMA here and come completely down here, right? So now what I consider the sell stops here may be so at a comfortable position here. So let me actually consider the sell stops here, guys, because I think it may reject here. Ooh, so it's rejecting right now. Let's see. So where price is right now, could I consider? Yep, I can. So this would be 700. 180, 700 with a 25 pip. Let's make it 22. Yep. It's no longer an idea. So 180, 700, guys, with a 22 pip TP and a 22 pip stop loss. So this is what I'm looking for here, guys. And again, if it continues to push up, I'm going to adjust it. But right now, I'm looking for this setup right here to form. So 180, so 22 pips here. Yeah, right there. 22 and 22. We're going to activate very soon. So 180, 700. Should be 180, 700. Yeah, right there. 180, 700. And 22 pip stop loss with a 22 pip TP. Stop loss at 180, what is it? 180, 920 with TP at 180, 480. So a comfortable stop loss here and a comfortable TP. And again, runners, let runners run. Yes. So yes, it's looking clean because of the rejection of the 1 hour EMA and a potential bearish momentum here, to close off the bottom end of this range now. And at the same time, we could also see GJ push all the way down as well, all the way down here. So once it comes around this zone here, or this area below this range that we've drawn out here, at that point I'll consider the buys as well, right? But we need a little breathing room. So hopefully, if it does come down here, we can anticipate that we get a little breathing room down to the bottom of the end of the wick, and it could continue down, or we can set some buy stops at that time and capture the full move back up, right? But because this sell looks pretty clean, I don't want to miss it as we are, into the stream now, almost an hour in. So let's see. So we're still not activated yet. 180, 700. USD CAT. So you can see also USD CAT, we're looking at, a inverse correlation and confluence. We're using as a confluence here that USD CAT is pushing up and has room to push up. And that could be a reversal here as well at the top end of the range. That it could be tradable. At the same time, GJ itself can be as well. So good thing we had enough room here set between the sell stop and price coming down here, because look, it came down nearly 4.5 pips away, but now it's continuing to push up. But we could get one bearish candle here to just get activated, and let's see. Still waiting to be activated here. It's a comfortable stop loss and TP set as well, so I'm very satisfied with that. And you can see now the 1 hour is being rejected here. Let's see. Alrighty, still waiting. Still waiting for the setup here. It's looking very clean. And again, if you get GJ just completely pushes up, then this obviously this sell stop is voided. But until the hour doesn't close, I mean, this can come right back down. But the strong bullish push here, could it just go over, or does it do the reversal here, right? So do I want to adjust my sell stops here? 750 here. Okay, I'm gonna do that, guys. I'm gonna adjust my sell stops at 750. So now I'm gonna see now if it does reject. You know, it'll push down here. 750. Let's see, so 750 here, and then got 22 pip TP here, which would be at 185.30, and stop loss at 189.70. Now it's continuing that bullish push here, so let's see, does it come back down? Let's see here. Okay, continues to push bullish here. Let's see. Again, we did have a 50-minute close of a candle here, but the next 50-minute candle can come right back down, right? So we're looking to see if that is indeed the case. No, from our entry, the price went above 12 pips. Now it's at what, 8-9 pips. Don't feel like adjusting it one more time. Feel like it is a good entry here, and a good adjustment here of the sell stops. Well, let's see. We could be tapped in here. We got a 5-minute candle close coming. Again, could get a bearish push here. Let's see. You can see now if it does reject the EMA, it's going to come all the way back down here. All right, G is making its way down here. Let's see. This is the new 5-minute candle. Will it push, or will it continue up? Still about, what is it, 5 pips away from our entry. But again, if this current candle, has a bearish engulfing, to the downside here, we could definitely see it push all the way back down here. All right, just about 5 pips away from, being activated here. And look at USD CAD here. So no wick on the bottom end of this current candle, which is the London opening candle, and it just continues to push. And on the other hand, GJ is indecisive right now because will it break bearish here? Will it break bullish here? So I would like to make another adjustment to the sell stop here. Thinking of placing it around 780 zone. 780 would be 5.5 pips away. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make that adjustment, guys. 780. So 180, 780 would be my sell stops here now. That'll be the last, I guess, change I will make now. And because of that change, 181 on the dot, 181.000 would be my stop loss, and TP would be at 180.560. But these are my sell stops now for GJ. They are entered, just waiting for them to be activated. That's if they are activated. Let's see. We are about, just under 6 pips away to be activated here. Alrighty. Okay, so it's going to be interesting how the current 50-minute candle closes. Will it close bearish here, or will it continue to close bullish as the previous two? Let's see. Okay, very, very close here. So one bearish push here can do the trick. All right, we're about to be tapped in. We got 1 minute left on the 5-minute candle. About to be tapped in here. And here comes a new 5-minute candle. Any second now. All right. I believe we're tapped. Nope. Still waiting here. So you can see now the current 50-minute candle has under 5 minutes left. So will it close with a bearish engulfing end or bullish? And this would also be the 30-minute candle as well, which could push down, and that's where the hour hour EMA is at 187.35. Very close. Let's see. All right, guys. I'm tapped in now, right? Due to spread, so tapped in. All right. Let's see. Let's see on the 5-minute here. Let's see. Do we get a push? You can see USD CAD is pushing above as well. Ooh, just tapped in and reversal. So this is where we got tapped in this current candle. Well, strong push here. But it's very important now how the current 15 and 30-minute candle will close. Because that could be the decider here. It's a comfortable stop loss, so that's a good thing. But need to see, will we have a bearish close of the current 50-minute and 30-minute candle or a bullish close. Okay, if it did not tap you in, you're still not in, I guess, yet, but I believe this is going to push down. So I believe anybody who's in the setup, will be tapped in at 780. If that's the, because we did make some adjustments. There you go. So let's pass this now. And all right, nice push. Nice push. Let's go right around the break even now, and it's pushing down. Great entry. USD CAD is pushing up, so that's great. Confluence here to add as an inverse correlation for us for this pair. Perfect. Look at that movement, guys. This is what I love. This is what GJ has been doing all week now, respecting our ranges and tapping us in, and then with the same candle pushing down now. So look at the 15 and 30-minute candle now. As I mentioned, we're just a couple minutes away. We needed to close bearish here to continue the bearish momentum all the way down here, and TP1 would be here, and then we're going to potentially get TP2 here as well. So let me check the TP2 target here, and yep, I think we can get it up to here. Yeah, that's fine. And you can see on the 5 minute, look at that clean push here, guys. This amazing work by GJ here, moving it down, and you can see now, look at that close. We're probably at the 1 hour EMA as well. Look at that. So it could reject that as well. We're still about what, just above, 30 minutes. So 32 minutes, 31 minutes left before the 1 hour close. So this could certainly push all the way down and get us to the bottom end here with the TP2 hit. Look at that push. Needed to just push further here, and look at that USD CAD push. Wow. So everything's moving perfectly in line right now, right? As it has been all week. Just under a minute left now to close off the 15 and 30-minute candle. So let's see now. I'm going to look at the 15-minute candle here. Let's see if it closes bearish here. But even if it doesn't, you can see enough conviction here that with the wick here, it could be a fake out reversal indication to the downside, right? So even if it closes here, it's still in line with, the reversal side here, because it's, pushing all the way down, right? With the, I don't know how many pips this wick was, but 9 or 10 pips and ongoing. So yeah, closed perfectly fine, no issue. And we're looking for the next candle now to continue the bearish push here, momentum all the way down here. And let's see how USD CAD closed. So it did close with, the London opening with no wick on the bottom end. But because of this certain push, it did fill up this non-wick candle and is looking to continue the momentum all the way up there. We could anticipate that it's going to reach the top end here, and complete this larger range, and then, the reversal to complete the full move back down here. Let's see. But here is GJ. So again, it's fine where it closed because, it may push, to hunt the wick on the left. But if it has not captured its full steam, this is going to show heavy signs of reversal here and potentially now bearish candles on the 50-minute candle. So the next few, 50-minute candles can be seen as bearish here, right? Which will bring us down right there below our 1 hour EMA and potentially below our 30 and 15 and 5-minute EMA as well. Right, so everything's working in line. We just need a good bearish push here to get to our initial target. So I'm going to actually map or label that as well, so we're not, looking at the larger target without keeping our TP1 in mind. Because again, with the strategy, I have to close partials at TP1. That's the rule. So 180, what is this? 558. 560, let's see. So yeah, that's 22 pips, and that would be TP1. TP2 would be down here. And TP1 would be here. Let me get a rate to draw here as well. And here you go. All right. Alrighty. Okay, so we're looking for a bearish push here. And the next two 50-minute candles to be bearish to get at least our TP1 target. And then maybe the next 50-minute or the opening of the hour, the new hour, to get to the bottom end here at 180. What would this be, like 360? Yeah. USD CAD, meanwhile, we can look that it may retrace here slightly, as it is an area of resistance here, but we could see that the full hour can close all the way to the top here at 0.37760. So let's see how that plays out. But GJ we have in mind, and we are in the setup, and we could potentially see a full bearish push here, which will get us to our target, at least TP1. Adjust our stops to break even, and then look for the TP2 hit to close out this trade, and then even the potential reversal. But again, for that I may not be on the stream. I don't like to drag on the stream for too long, although I love and enjoy this, and also because the strategy, the system, the range ideology works so well, so you can just continue to trade it on and on. But we do have to remember that we have to limit ourselves to a couple setups in a session in a day, right? Alrighty. Let's look at USD CAD here. So again, it is retracing here, so we may see price slowing down here before the next 50-minute candle to close off the full hour, and expect USD CAD to jump all the way up top here, which again is very, very possible for USD CAD as it's moving in that manner, right? So that would be a wick to the upside, but very, very possible here. And I guess USD CAD is just pushing right now, so that's a good indication. But GJ, on the other hand, is not pushing bearish yet. So, just as USD CAD is retracing at the top end here of a not significant, but an area of resistance here. You can see GJ maybe has kind of stalled here as well, and an area of support, you could say, or resistance as well, and stalling here before it makes that bearish push. So that's according to what our analysis shows here. Now let's see if it holds up as well, right? Because this can certainly reverse, push down past this previous wick here and down to the 5-minute. There's a 15 and 30-minute here as well, and then to our target, hopefully within by the end of the hour or into the new hour, right? So let's see, 15-minute here, so 30 minutes. So pretty much 5, 15, and 30-minute EMAs are pretty much in the same area. The 1-hour EMA is just slightly above. And so it'll be interesting how the 1-hour closes as well. But we need a bearish momentum push here, so to gain traction, on the setup. and see if we can even get to the bottom and all the way down here to the TP2 target. But right now everything is looking good, so I stay confident with the setup. But we are right around the break-even point right now, right? So it's right around, I mean, exactly at the break-even point right now. So let's see. Setup is looking pretty clean though. So that's what I like about the setup right now. All right, let's see. We got another 5-minute candle closing, and then we got nice, yes. Yeah, no, this definitely looks, it's one of the more cleaner looks on GJ, right? Although we had, great looks on GJ as well, a couple past 2 days, but yes, this one looks pretty nice. Was keeping an eye on USD CAD just to see if it continues to push up, so we could anticipate that there's going to be a bearish candle coming on GJ. Now, we could see that there is a consolidation area right here, which is typical at the top or at bottom end of a range, so that's nothing unusual, because that doesn't mean that the intended direction is not correct. It just means that it's a consolidation zone. And once it breaks out, we're anticipating the a bearish push and breakout on this particular setup. Oh wow, look at that volume on GJ right now. Wow, look at that. Let's see here. So we have 1 minute left, less than a minute left on the 5-minute candle close. Oh wow, what a drag here on GJ. Strong push up here. Oh wow, look at that volume. Wow. So it's going right for, I guess, the 2-hour EMA then. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Will it get there or will it push back? So open up with no wick on the top end here, but it's I mean, wow, look at this unusual move here from GJ here. Wow. So no wick at the top end here, and it just continues to push down here with the new 5-minute candle. Again, USD CAD is just working in line here, so nothing unusual with that, but GJ just completely just blew up all the way up here, and now just look what's going on here. We do have some medium impact news, but that's in 4:30. That's just 50 minutes away. So let's see what goes on here. Wow, so there's no wick on the top end of the previous 2 wicks or previous 2 candles, 5 minutes. So could it come right back up, or could it push down? Right, we're approaching a 50-minute candle close as well, so I'm anticipating that the 50-minute candle closes, well below here. So we could see now USD CAD is pushing up, so that's good here. I'm hoping that the 50-minute candle closes below the top end of the range here, so we could get a continuation downwards. But the non-wick here is not resting confidently here, because it could come back up. So yeah, very strange movement by GJ here, especially since USD CAD, our other kind of inverse confluence here, is moving right in line, but GJ just completely just without anything just had a sharp bullish push here, and now without any wick on the top end, there is a 2-hour EMA that waits right above the stop loss area here, but Wow, that was just, and it's not that we have been a victim of this, um, before. This has happened, a couple times in the streams before as well, and that's just part of the reason why the stop loss should be more widened, and not, don't play with too small of a stop loss because of certain uncertainties like this, right? It's just out of our control. Everything's working in line, and then suddenly just no idea here, right? So let's see. Now the 50-minute candle is going to close here. Still got 3 minutes left, and again, it could push all the way back up here or push back down. Let's see. Again, USD CAD is working perfectly in line, so no issues there. GJ just is doing the exact opposite, right? And opposite in the sense that what it's supposed to do, right? In the manner that we were trading it. But let's see. So again, it could come back and create a wick to the top side here, as the previous two 5-minute candles have nothing on that end. But how many pips are we short here? 7, 8 pips here. I still got 2 minutes left, so this can definitely push up. Now I'm thinking that USD CAD can come up all the way here, stop us out, and then push down before the 1 hour closes, right? But it's a lot of uncertainties right now. Let's see. Very unusual here. I mean, can't really do much about that. Out of our control in this case. Still in this trade though. Let's see. So just a minute shy of the 50-minute candle close. And now the next 50-minute candle is going to be very, very important now, because if it stays above here and the hour closes above the EMA, then we're certainly going to go and tap the 2-hour EMA. But if that does not happen, then we could see the push down. All right, so now let's see the 5-minute. Let's see how that closes, and the 50-minute candle, how that closes. Because this could be a mirror wick. And again, it doesn't mean that this non-wick candle won't be filled later, unless it's filled on the next candle, but it could be filled later once it pushes all the way down. Get to the bottom end and it comes right back up, right? Because we're still respecting the larger range. Keep that in mind, right? All right, here's the new 5-minute candle and 15-minute candle. So let's see. Very interesting. Alrighty, so let's go on the 5-minute here, so we can see again. Could come up and create and fill up these non-wick candles here, or it could push all the way down here again. Be very, very interesting now what GJ does here. And again, this 50-minute candle, right? I mean, unless we get stopped out prior to this 50-minute candle closing, which will also close off the 1 hour. If this 50-minute candle, if we survive this 50-minute candle, it would be very important that it closes below this EMA right here on the 1 hour. Because if it closes above, then it could definitely get to the next EMA with the bullish pressure that it's on right now. Now, if this trade gets back into break-even point, and maybe pushes down a little past, in profit, I may adjust the stops at break-even just because the uncertainty with, what just happened, right? But again, if the 1 hour does not close, we still have 14 minutes to go. So there's a lot of time for us to be stopped out if it continues bullish with that just strange move above, or it pushes straight down and gives us confidence to hold the setup into the new hour candle, right? But I believe if we're going to get stopped out, we're going to get stopped out prior to the 1 hour candle coming up, right? That's my thought process here, that if it's going to push above, it's going to push above before the 1 hour. But if it doesn't do that and it just ranges where it's at right now, we'll see how that it gets determined. Let's see here. Okay, you're saying head and shoulder on the 5 minute. Okay, you mean just a small head and shoulder right here, right? So right here, up and down here, and then here. So, but let me just see 17 pips. So it's a very small head and shoulders if it is in fact the case. So I normally don't consider such a small head and shoulders, a valid one, as you'll see these type of moves all the time here. But if you have more experience with the small head and shoulder movements, then for sure it can. But there's just some bullish volume here, and we do have the medium impact news. So I was looking to kind of close off this trade, or this trade to be completed prior to that. So that's why these 50-minute candle closes were very important. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, if this moves setup comes back to break even. Yeah, I'm looking to either potentially cut the trade, but if there's a bullish push past that end, right, I may put stops at break even, and depending on how price reacts down here, if it does reach down here, right, we're about 6 pips away from break even, so not bad. It is a 22 pip stop loss here. But yeah, very strange movement here. Again, nothing new, but you have to deal with it. What can you do, right? So, oh wow, okay, so now we're getting some bearish push here, but will it just come right back up, or will it go back down? Yeah, we were just about 3 pips shy of the break-even point. But now if we're looking at some bearish push here, right? So I'm looking to see we're 10 minutes shy of the 1 hour candle. So if it can continue pushing down, this could be a valid push down here, right? Let's see. I mean, it was as close as 2 pips shy of the break-even point. So let's see. And all hard time frames right now are showing just a wick to the downside, right? Pressure to the selling pressure here, but just some strange bullish momentum here. Maybe some media impact news here coming in. Just a reactionary right now. I mean, if it does one more bearish push here, it can definitely come down to the EMA here, but it seems like it just continues that bearish bullish push here. And it's not going to, come back down. Let's see. But again, this is a very important 15-minute candle. And of course, the hour is going to close as well. So price could come back up and fill this, but will it push all the way up here to the 2 hour EMA as well? That's what we have to wait and see. 8 minutes left. Let's see. Again, very interesting how GJ has moved here. All right, let's see. So just 8 minutes shy of closing the hour candle. Let's see. Alrighty. Very interesting here. So it is pushing up. And again, I did mention that if we survive the hour and it pushes down, we may just survive this trade, at least to the break-even point. But let's see what happens here. 6 minutes shy. So looking for the hour to close below this EMA, which would give certainty that it can push all the way down. It's still on that bullish pressure right now. Let's see. So USD CAD here. So USD CAD is trying to make its way up now. And GJ got 1 minute shy of the 5-minute candle. Okay, here is the 5-minute candle. Okay, so no wick on the top end of the candle, and it's pushing down. Very interesting to know what's going on here. So again, do I want to stay in the setup or do I want to leave? If it does get back to break even, there's a slight push, I may adjust the stops to break even. But we are in the last 5 minutes before the hour closes now. So I did mention that if the hour closes below this EMA, that gives more certainty to this trade, to hold on to this trade, right? But let's see how many pips we are away from that. About 10 pips right now. And we got, what, 4 minutes left? Let's see here. And USD CAD is slightly ranging in this small zone here. It could break out to the top side as per analysis before we consider reversal here. But GJ on the other hand, let's see. You can see now GJ is trying to make quick jumps here on, either the bullish end or the bearish end here. But we're looking for a bearish push here. And a strong bearish push is going to get us back into the break-even point and then maybe into profit. And then we can consider whether we want to hold on to this trade or not. But here it comes. So again, I'm looking for it to close below this EMA here, the 1 hour EMA. We're about just 4 minutes shy of, price coming down. Still haven't broke even on this yet. but it's certainly making that push towards that bearish side. And again, 3 minutes shy. And here it comes USD CAD here. So nice push, looking for the reversal here once it reaches the 137.770 zone. Yeah, it's almost at break even here, but let's see. Let's see if it pushes past. If we get a strong bearish close here, I mean, anything could happen in the next couple of minutes here. Let's see. A strong bearish push here. I mean, it looked like a very clean trade. It's some strange movement here from GJ about, 25 minutes ago. And just brought us up here, but it was a clean range trade. Everything working in line. Yeah, there's no fundamentals, nothing. But again, GJ will behave like that. Again, they say the big banks are the players, so there may be some, liquidity grabs, which does occur. Just odd movement, wick on a higher time frame, and then just a pullback, right? Exactly, manipulation. I mean, we know who the big players are in this market, and again, it doesn't mean that they're manipulating against a retail trader, but they can manipulate against other banks, that they want to gain money off of, right? So it's all a game of greed, and manipulation is the biggest tactic for them. So let's see. All right, so it seems it's going to close. The 1 hour is going to close above that EMA, but within that range that we've drawn out here. So very, very interesting. So it's falling below the range area, and USD CAD is still ranging here. So looking for that push. Now we're just shy of, just 2.5 pips here shy of break even point. And I mean, personally looking for that big push now, but we are gonna, enter the new hour candle now. So let's see how that opens up any second now. And let's see here. All right, here is a new candle. So I did it close above that EMA. Now, could we continue that push up, or will it push down to the bottom end here before the move up here? So let's see. And USD CAD here on the 1 hour is still wicking here. Can we get that full push up here on the? You can match the 2 hour here, at least to the wick and maybe to the top end here. But let's see here. Okay, so GJ is pushing up now, right? So you can see that it closed above that 1 hour EMA, and that bullish pressure was still in the loop, right? Got very close to the break-even point, but it seems that it's just consolidating above that zone, above that range, and may make that push now to the top end. But if we get one more bearish push here, we're on the 1 hour, if this is a wick and falls right back in the range, which again the previous hour did close below, that would mean that we could get a bearish candle here to push to the downside, but need this bullish momentum to kind of wind down here, right? Because then the next candle could be a clean bearish candle, but so again, it could wick fill as well here at the top here, the 189.20 zone, or it can continue down. Right on the 1 hour, you can see that it could be merely a wick, fall back in the range, and then continue bearish. But has a lot of bullish momentum right now. Right, it could be, reactionary pre-news. There is some medium impact news coming for GJ or for GUP in less than half an hour now. So I did want to ideally have, the setup complete, or at least well into profit, so I can secure some profits prior to, the medium impact news, because it seems like the slightest news right now could affect GJ. And here USD CAD is now pushing down. So that means that GJ may push up unless USD CAD is just ranging in this zone and then the continuation up. Let's see. You can see a lot of, quick jumps, bullish jumps on GJ right now. All right, let's see. All right, it is pushing now. Pushing bearish, very close to our break-even point now, right? So, and you can see now, yes, USD was ranging in here and could continue to push up. And yep, so now we're at the break-even point for GJ. And you can see on the 30-minute even, a lot of wicks here. And on the 1 hour here, could just be a wick, but still the bearish pressure lives. Bullish pressure lives here still, as it's rejecting right at our break even. It rejected and, came right above here. So I was looking for, a more of a push down here before I can set my stops at break even, but just did not allow it. Quickly just pushed up. And we have another 5-minute candle closing coming up. But of, very strong bullish momentum right now on GJ. And here comes USD CAD down here as well. Okay, strong bullish candle here. Let's see. So again, there are non-wick candles above here, which it can come to fill, right? It can certainly come up here and fill. But if it pushes above all the way up here, then it's going to come and tap the 2-hour EMA, which is right above the stop loss. All right, so this is again a very important candle here, but very odd movements from GJ right now. Just coming back up here and then just continuing back down. You could say it's in a slight range consolidation zone, but this is what we're seeing from GJ right now. We're about 8 pips away, well, not more now, so 8-9 pips away now from the break-even point. The full stop loss is set at 22 pips. It should be at 22. Price can come up to fill these non-wick candles here, and if it makes a stronger push above that, then the stop loss can be hit. So it just did fill the non-wick candles, but are we going to see a continuation of the bullish momentum, or are we going to see price settle back in this consolidation zone? We'll have to wait and see. And again, USD CAD may be hunting the 5-minute EMA here, or it may reverse here. Let's see. But GJ has, a full bullish push here right now. If this candle doesn't come down, then, we will be stopped out here. But again, you can see this is the consolidation zone right now, but at low break above, and we hit stop loss. Yeah, so USD CAD is pushing down and GJ is pushing up. But again, Not that this range wouldn't go all the way up. Thought it was circled in the smaller range, but um, all week GJ has been giving us some nice setups here. So not bad at all. Let's see what happens with this. It's still moving in line with the longer, the larger range. Just thought that it would reject the 1 hour EMA to continue to the downside. Some strange movement here. And again, we do have a high medium impact news for GBP coming up in 23 minutes. So are we going to get another wick on GJ and push down, or are we going to go to the 2 hour EMA, which is right above the stop loss here? Right, so very interesting movement here. We're approaching another 5-minute close. Another 5-minute candle close coming up in less than 2 minutes. And let's see here. So if this candle closes bullish above, the previous high here, we could definitely see that GJ can reach to the stop loss point. But if the current candle closes bearish all the way to the bottom end here, where the wick is, which is the break-even point of the setup, I'm going to consider to possibly close out at break-even if we get a little bit of push into profit. So looking for some bearish momentum to kick in, and then potentially either secure some profits or put stops at break even so we don't lose anything on the setup. Because of that big jump here, it kind of just the setup kind of just lost its interest because of that, because it keeps hunting the higher end here of the candles. And you can see still that bullish momentum doesn't seem like it has stopped. It's somehow still in the setup right now, and a comfortable stop loss, as I mentioned, just because of movements, such as these odd movements that happen, without any fundamental events arising. All right, just a minute shy now of the 5-minute candle close. So you could see now the current candle is pushing bearish. Could we get a full push down in the next minute, to hit our break-even point? All right, well, no, we can't. Well, the current candle now is pushing bullish, but could we continue the bearish momentum here? And if we can we reach the break-even point? So we can kind of safeguard ourselves from such a setup, and maybe put stops at break-even if it does push past the break-even mark. Right, so that's what I'm looking for. USD CAD is kind of consolidating in this zone, but need a bearish close on the 50-minute candle here. If we can close bearish with an engulfing candle, that'll be pretty convincing. But definitely, if I get 3 or 4 pips in profit, I'm going to be looking to adjust my stops, so I don't get this trade doesn't get ruined just because of this odd movement, and continue bullish. So let's see. Let's look at the 1 hour now. So you can see that 1 hour seems like it's closing. Could be a fake out to the downside, but just the bullish pressure has resided, in throughout for the last 40 plus minutes. Could we get a clean bearish push now? So it did fill up this non-wick candle here, both of the non-wick candles, and could it continue down here and close the 50-minute candle with a bearish engulfing end? And we got less than 4 minutes left. So it's working in line right now. Can we get a little bit more of a stronger bearish push here to close off the 50-minute candle with a convincing bearish candle? Right, but you can see now there's still enough room and enough time for GJ to come all the way back up here. Right, you can see still this bullish jumps that it is doing, right? But let's see. Could we get a bearish close on the 50-minute candle? It's 3 minutes shy now. It is pushing though. It's trying. It's attempting. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, came right. Yep. You can see that it nearly tapped into our break-even point. And showing some bearish momentum right now. So again, the move that we were intending to trade was a clean setup to the downside, but just, you know, some odd movement that we couldn't control. That was out of our control. Nothing to do with news, nothing to do with technicals. Technicals, everything lined up, but simply just manipulation of the markets, which is something that is not talked about enough. However, we are in profit now, so I'm looking for a stronger push now to close off the 50-minute candle and then potentially set the stops at break even, right? Don't want this trade to go back up again and lose out on this setup, right? So now we got, what, 2 minutes left for the 50-minute candle close. And let me just adjust this here. Okay. So again, this could be a full ride down. So you can see now from the top end of that wick from the opening of the hour, we're 17 pips nearly down here. USD CAD is now trying to come up as well. So right around the break-even point. Not considering closing until I see what the 50-minute does, the 50-minute candle close. We could get a full bearish push here. And it's back in drawdown right now. Let's see. Can we get a full push here on the bearish end and drag this trade down? We're about 15 minutes away from medium impact news on GBP. So it's going to be a very interesting finish here. And where's the 1 hour EMA? So it's right there. 1 hour EMA is there. We can definitely tap into that as well. And the 15-minute and 30-minute as well. So, okay, back in profit now. 1 minute shy, less than 1 minute shy of the 50-minute close here. Nice push. Nice push. Again, our TP1 target is not too far off either, right? So, looking to see if the setup is valid enough. All right, here comes the 15-minute close. Okay, so closed in profit with a bullish open, but let's see, do we continue the push down? If we do, this can be a strong candle here and approaching the 1 hour EMA now. So let's see how many pips we are in profit now. So just 3 pips in profit. So it's a tricky ride here because I believe that since it has come down, it can definitely tap into the EMAs. Right, the 1 hour and then the 30 and 15-minute, even the 5-minute as well. But it seems like it has not done, you know, it has not completed its bullish jump here. But let's see. Let me just look at it without any drawings here. So you can see now, the 2 hour was very close from being tapped. Can we get this full push down here on GJ? For it to be more convincing for us to hold this trade longer. All right, very, very interesting setup here. And looking for a stronger push here, right? So looking for that 1 hour EMA tap and then looking past that to the 30 and 15-minute EMA as well, right? Because they're not far off from each other. So that's why it is something that's doable, and you can see the full hour candle can all come all the way down to the wick end as well. Very interesting here. Again, I'm still not adjusting. I'm still not adjusting this setup right now because of the bearish momentum right now. Even though if it may be a slight bearish momentum, I'm still not closing at break even. Yeah, perfect decision, right? So everybody makes their decision on their own. So perfect decision if you felt uncomfortable about the setup, which it did show uncertainties. But because it was showing some bearish momentum, I prefer to hold this trade on longer, especially with EMA taps coming below, right? You can even see that there's some EMA taps below the 30-minute and 50-minute as well. So that's why. That's okay, right? That's okay. So with experience, it does the trick. But again, because I saw that bearish push, I held on and looking to at least push towards the 30-minute and 50-minute as well, because the 1 hour, again, it's the 1 hour just had a new candle in 17 minutes ago, but let's see now. So we were what, 5-6 pips into profit now, and it's pushing away again. We're looking for a full bearish push here. Yeah, no worries. Again, you secured even a break even is, considered a win at times, especially in the markets, right? Because being in drawdown can be so easy sometimes, and stopping at break even is a huge effort as well on its own. So, not always a wrong decision, because it was showing uncertainties. You felt the right decision was to close at break even, but that's perfectly fine, right? Again, we get moves all the time with these setups, as you are aware. So no worries, no need to be disappointed. For all that this could come right back up again, right? And then you can say you made the right decision. So it's all good. Let it happen. Come back to the next setup and trade with the same discipline. So the reason why I'm still holding the setup is because I still see the 30-minute, 50-minute EMA could be tapped, and the 1 hour just opened up. So there's still room for it. Even if it's a fake out, there's still room for it to go down, right? The setup to go down before it comes back up for, let's say, a potential fake out to the upside, right? So that's why I'm still holding on to the setup, looking for the 50-minute and 30-minute EMA. And on the 1 hour, I can see that the previous 1 hour pushed all the way down here. So because of that, I'm waiting on to just maybe tap into TP1 or as close as possible before I close 50% and then adjust my stops at break even. But if it hits below this mark, I'm going to adjust my stops at break even. No, there's no setting and forgetting. I'm very active. If you have been a part of the streams, very active with trade management, but I do like to not adjust my stop loss very fast, right? You can see that, of course, every profit target we close 50% or more or all, but I don't like to adjust my stop loss right away, because that can be a dangerous move and a non-profitable move if we do it all the time. And at the end of the day, if we're not profitable at all, then there's no point of being a trader, right? So you need to understand you can't always adjust your stop loss right away, right? In certain scenarios like today, I applaud anyone who adjusted their stop loss or even broke even, because the uncertainty outweighed, or at least the uncertainty at a certain time outweighed the potential reward, right? So when that happens, the decision to break even is a bonus in that case, right? But because now, once they started pushing down, I saw the bearish reversal, which again was in line with our analysis. I felt the need to hold on to the setup, right? But active trade management is something that I vouch for, and I endorse, and I recommend, and I highly suggest. Again, the bearish momentum that I did see, that's what made me hold on to the setup. And again, if it breaks below this area right here, I'm going to adjust my stops at break even, because I'm not willing to go back to break even at that point. I'm not willing to go back into drawdown after this point right here. And this gives me certainty that it can push down to, past this lowest end and fill that wick up all the way down to TP1, right? So you need certainties along the way, rather than just rushing into adjusting a stop loss, right? And we've seen many times over the streams where if we adjusted the stop losses early, we would have been stopped out, and even if the trade went into our direction. So a lot of good pointers to to understand and build yourself that way. All right, so Jita is pushing down now, guys. This is perfect. All right, Jita, one more push. Nice. All right, so again, I'm looking for this area break here. Let's see. Can we get one more push here? I mean, there is some medium impact news coming for GBP. But we could certainly see this push down all the way at least to TP1. So I can secure some, or at least near it. So I can secure some profits before the news coming in, right? It's okay. I mean, should have, would have. It does happen, but again, there's a good reason why, right? When you ask yourself, when you kind of go over the trade, and you understand what's the reason behind, right? Is the reasoning behind why you stopped at break even or closed at break even, is the reasoning justified, right? And how is it justified? And if you feel enough reason that it is well enough justified, then it's fine, right? We come back to more setups, man. There's no FOMO. We should not have FOMO. Part of good psychology is to leave the FOMO out, right? So no worries. As you see, we stream every day and we find setups every single day. So this is something that's going to be a long-term game. It's not going to be a short-term game. So that's the vision. All right, so it's kind of holding up at this 5-minute EMA now. We still have 15 and the 30-minute EMA to go, which would be kind of the breakthrough area where I could at least adjust my stops to break even. But again, if this trade just goes lopsided and it goes all the way back up, I might just close instantly, right? I might not have to adjust. I may just close the setup just because I just don't like the way it's moving. But I certainly wanted to push down past that area. Certainly wanted to push down past, this area right here. What is the 186.660 zone? So I can adjust my stops before the medium impact news coming up. Right, that's what I would prefer to do. But if it's not going to give me that access, then I need to consider my other options as well, right? So I may close at instantly here once I see a bearish push. Even if it goes into drawdown, I may close out. But we are in profit right now. I mean, not much, but still in profit. Well, almost 4 pips in profit here. So let's see. 4 minutes shy of the news as well. I mean, it can certainly come down here, right? Since now let's look at the 1 hour, right? So it crossed the 1 hour EMA, but again, it's still some time before the 1 hour closes, and this can continue bullish here. And USD CAD is kind of ranging in this zone. It's a very small consolidation zone here. It's 8-9 pips. But again, the trade is still active. Stops are still at the same level. And still waiting for GJ to push down past here, at least tap to the 15-minute and 30-minute EMA, which is at the same level where I can adjust my stops to break even, right? So we only have about under 3 minutes left before the 30-minute close with the medium impact news. And I do believe that GJ could push down past this area, so I can go ahead and adjust my stops at break even, right? And then anticipate that the next push can bring it down to TP1. Maybe the medium impact news can. Let's see. Okay, we're getting that push. Nice. Beautiful. Just as I hoped, and it just tapped the 15-minute EMA. And the 30-minute may just be tapped now. Nice push. Beautiful push. You can see now. All right. Perfect, in line. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm adjusting my stops at break even now. I got my area of break even points. So now this is a risk-free setup. And I am just looking forward to see how the medium impact news does affect it, or does it push down all the way prior to the medium impact news, right? In the third, which is the 30-minute candle opening and the 15-minute candle opening as well. So let's see. And it's a decent amount of profit here, which is about 13 pips, which is about, more than half, 50% of the way there. Okay, here we go. So less than 2 minutes left. Again, it is rejecting the 30-minute, 15-minute EMA, which is, again, not something unusual. So what I'm looking for now is a continued push down, with the news potentially being, a catalyst. But will they stop us out before it goes back in? But again, I'll be saved from the setup regardless. So no issues there. All right. So just under a minute left, and we could anticipate that it may reject and push up, or may continue down. Let's see. Okay, here it comes. Yeah, here it is. All right, nice. But look at that, guys. Nice, nice. Look at that. One more push here. One more push. And we get TP1, close 50%. Let runners run, guys. Look at this, guys. Amazing. Amazing push here. Nice. Look at that. 50% close, guys, at TP1. TP1 and holding the rest for TP2 now. Let runners run. Stops already adjusted at break even. And we hit TP. And the full trade, again, was shown all live, guys. Just an amazing run with GJ. You can't make this up. Nice. Let's see USD CAD. What's going on with USD CAD? Okay, still slowing down, but look at GJ, guys. You see how we used the medium impact and at times the high impact news to our advantage. We were in profit. We adjusted our stops because we got a certain zone where we felt comfortable to adjust our stops at break even before the medium impact or high impact news, and then used that news as a catalyst to hit our profit target. And now we're risk free, and we close 50%, and we're letting the the other 50% remaining, hoping to get a full push down to TP2, which is very probable. And then we can even look for the reversal here. But I'm going to not look for that during the stream, as I think, we've done enough for the stream. But nonetheless, just working beautifully right now. And I still believe that this can push all the way down and complete this end of the range for the potential reversal here. But amazingly done. Amazing push down. Use as catalyst, and look, look at the result here. Okay, still waiting for another push here, so we can get our profit target here. Okay, let's look at on the 5-minute here. So again, it did open up with no wick on the on the other end of the candle, but because of the immediate impact news, we could get it to push all the way down, right? Which will be certainly in line. So this is how sometimes fundamentals can play as a catalyst, for our technicals, right? So everything was analyzed prior to the fundamentals, prior to even I believe London opening, or the setup formed in that time, and then now we're just looking for the full push down to capture that. And again, I do believe we can get that, but if we don't, it's perfectly fine. Captured some already here. There's another 5-minute candle coming up in less than 2 minutes. All right, getting some rejection here. Let's see. So just under a minute left to close off another 5-minute candle. Again, from where the price is to the break-even point is still 15 pips, 16 pips. So it's a decent amount of space here for GJ to continue down with some breathing room if it does, retrace back up here. But let's see here. But you could see how in line our TP1 target was, that it literally just tapped it in reverse here. So a perfectly set TP1 as well, with fair enough breathing room for the upside here. So you can see how we escaped this setup here and held on to the setup in taking our TP1 target. And all right, here comes the new 5-minute candle. And here we go. Can we get the full push down, to close off a Thursday session here? Let's see. Good call. It was a solid trade. Thank you. Appreciate it. Right? But again, from experience, this will get you there, right? So sometimes you can see things because it has happened over a numerous amount of times. But again, I'm telling you, even though I held on, and because of, through experience and observation of the markets and GJ especially over time, but this unusual move right here, again, cannot be explained, right? So I would still say solid setup, but the uncertainty in, this jump on GJ really made me question the setup overall. But nonetheless, lesson learned, and we continue on to another setup. However, I'm still in the setup right now, so I'm waiting for either GJ to come back up, 12, 13 pips, or come down, a decent amount of pips, so we can get our TP2 target. But let's see. GJ could come up back up here, as the candle did not open up with a wick on the top end, the previous 5-minute candle, so it could come and fill that up. Now, does it fill it up and then continue up, or does it push down all the way down? That's going to be very, very interesting to see. And again, I'm only looking for this setup to complete the reversal and everything. If I do, it will be off stream. I think it's enough enough of a good marker here to end the stream with a positive note here. And again, if I do look for the reversal here, again it could drag on pre-London or pre-New York into New York session. So that's why I like to keep the streams typically not too long, but fair enough where you guys get some good guidance and maybe some setups as well for yourselves, right? All right, so now you can see USD CAD is pushing up. So this is another setup that I would consider off stream, but I drew out this range prior to it even touching the the second end here, before it was even above here, just because experienced watching the same pairs over and over again for years and years and years. So this is not something that I've just figured out recently. This is years and years of experience on the given pair. So USD CAD and GDI I've been trading for years now, and it's all been documented on my social platforms. You can see even on Telegram, right, everywhere. So it's nothing new, but it's something that once you get there, you're going to get very good at drawing out ranges. And so I can capture the ranges early, but again, with my course, as I mentioned, even on the streams, that we want at least 2 touches on both ends of the range, nearly exact touches on both ends. So we're able to trade the second to third touch and the third to third touch, for that range. But again, you need to understand the factors, the list of considerations, and the confluences that align for you to take that correct setup. But I am mentioning here on the stream that I will be looking for reversals here once it reacts here, because they will react here, and I'm looking for sell stops to continue down. So that's something that I may consider off stream, but I won't be taking that this stream. And look at GJ, guys, perfectly pushing down. Again, this is another reversal that I'll be looking for. So you can see how, as GJ is preparing to go down here to the bottom end of this range that we've drawn out again before this whole setup, I'll be looking for reversals here, as I talked about earlier in the stream as well. And in fact, that was the intended setup that we had for price to push down, but it pushed up, and that's where we considered the sell stops. All right, so that's one trade idea right after this current setup, and the USD CAD is another trade idea setup. And again, these are longer ranges, so you're gonna have to hold on into New York session possibly, but you have to be careful because there is a high impact news coming for USD, and then there's also for CAD as well. So look out for that. If you can use it as a catalyst, you should, but if you can't, you can avoid that, right? But perfect setups this week. I mean, just amazing. If you did end up taking everything on the stream, you'd be probably up 6-7%, and including if today's setup, it'll be added percentage. But this is just working in beautiful nature, and even though the price is reacting here at the TP1 area, you can see how significant the TP1 target area was, right? The fact that it's reacting there, that can be considered as well. But again, at the same time, if it did not push like that, I would probably close out a few pips, before profit, because again, I'm not gonna risk. I think some of you guys did see that yesterday, whoever was viewing this stream yesterday, where close out a few pips before, and then GJ jump right back into drawdown. So, and look at USD CAD, it's moving perfectly in nature here, and just an amazing setup aligning here as well. All right, so this is a freebie here. If you do end up catching this, is a freebie that I'm showing on the stream, but not going to be talking about the setup beyond that. And here comes USD CAD, or GJ, sorry. the only reason why I'm still on the stream is just to see what GJ does here, looking for the push down. Now maybe we are nearing a 50-minute candle, and also we're nearing a 4-hour candle closure. So you can see on the 4-hour candle closure, it could expose itself down. I mean, what a wick on the 4-hour here. And what a save on GJ, by the way, right? What a save on GJ with this drawdown that we had here. But overall, an amazing setup with just slight uncertainty. Alrighty. Can we get a stronger push here? We're approaching another 50-minute candle close. Need another push down here to get this. Could get this going. And again, even if I want to adjust now, since this is already done, even if I wanted to adjust it here, right? This could be a cleaner area going forward, right? So now I have this alignment now going forward. If let's say this range was tradable, I would consider this at the top end of the range instead of this initially, right? So everything can work in line as long as you keep adjusting and modifying along the way, right? Not every range will be exact from, days before. It may be that the new 4-hour candle is, in a new range, and you have to adjust and modify to that. All right, let's go, GJ. We need a push down now. So we're closing in on GJ now with a new 50-minute candle. Let's see. Let me close this. But you can see this full range now was nearly a 50 pip range now. But nonetheless, perfectly fine. And that's why, again, you should wait for 2 touches on each end. Of course, I saw something from my observation experience early. And that's why kind of guidance and mentorship is important, especially when you're learning a system in which, the mentor is the one that has kind of established the system. Because they'll see it best, and then once you get that, that aha moment as well, where you can kind of start seeing it over and over and over again, that's going to be the special moment where you finally established a strategy, an edge in which you can be successful more so than not, right? So this strategy just gives itself a high winning ratio just because we're looking at exact touches on each end. Right? No other, I shouldn't say no other strategy, but this alone gives this strategy more credibility and more kind of power because of its effectiveness in terms of the high win ratio, right? Because if you catch the range in the exact touch with the principles in mind, with the risk and trade management aspects that I explained over and over, and in more detail within the course, it should be an issue to have a high winning streak, but it's all about placement. You need to be careful with the placement of your entries. All right, so the new 50-minute candle opened up on GJ, and it pretty much opened up right on top of our TP1 target, and is trying to push down. There's no wick on the bottom end, so we can certainly see it push down. So let's see on USD CAD. Oh wow, what a strong push. So again, I will be looking for reversals on USD CAD, but I won't be talking about it during the stream just because I don't want to enter a setup on the stream and now finish it, right? Unless it does hit TP1, but I am considering this off stream, guys. For GJ, I'm just waiting for the full push down here. So let's see. But consider this one a freebie because it does look pretty clean. And the GJ reversal here, once it gets to TP2, would be also a clean setup as well. But again, I would wait more, give it more breathing room for the price to drop before I or enter the setup because of the full push down here, right? So let's see. So I'll just be sticking to GJ for now, guys. And just waiting for the drop here. So we're 13 minutes shy of the 4-hour candle closing. And so we're going to see. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I did see. Yeah, we did hit 8 at some point, but we will get there eventually, right? So excellent. Excellent call by you as well by breaking even, and hopefully you learn some valuable lessons, and we move forward day by day, right? That's how we move forward, on a positive note with good psychology in mind and good discipline. But take care, and I'll see you on the next stream. And nice push by GJ now. Yeah, you too. Have a great day. Nice push by GJ. Let's finish up GJ and call it a stream as well, but very successful stream. And our winning streak right now is pretty high. We had that one stop out yesterday, but other than that, since Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday now, we are on a roll. And nice push by USD CAD here. All right, GJ, do your trick. Alrighty, so new 4-hour candle has opened up, and it seems like it could come back to wick us out with our stops at break even. But again, because the current candle, which is the 4-hour candle, has no wick on the bottom end here, and the previous 5-minute candle had no wick, and is tapping the 30-minute, 50-minute, and 5-minute wick or EMA. So the EMA tap here, so it can definitely continue back down. It doesn't mean that the price can't come up before it comes down, but it can certainly come down. And I'm still holding this in anticipation that it will come down to hit TP2. So I'll be on the stream for a few more minutes to see. USD CAD I have not entered yet because I did mention that I'll be doing it off stream. But just a quick note on USD CAD. So it did open above that range here. So looking for a little more of a push up before I enter the setup. But that'll happen off stream. And for GJ right now, still looking to see if it continues down, but I'm still holding GJ as well, right? So TP1 was hit, as we see here, and just looking for a TP2 now, and a potential continuation to the downside for GJ. And then I'll also be looking for the reversal as well, right? So the reversal would mean that it touches the bottom end here, wicks down here before I decide to enter buy stops. Once price reaches back here, we continue to move up, right? So USD CAD and GJ. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And again, looking for the full push from GJ. Let's see here. All right, getting a strong push from GJ here. Could this just do the trick all the way down to TP2? You can see USD CAD is coming up here, so I'm still waiting for USD CAD to exhaust itself, and then look for the continuation down. But if it does not, we could see that USD CAD could come up here as well, right, on the larger time frame. This is we're looking at the weekly here, but wow, it's really making a push here, right? And we do have again NFP tomorrow, unemployment claims during New York session. So a lot of uncertainty coming up for USD pairs to move in either direction. So you have to be careful there as well, right? So if you're looking for swing setups, today and tomorrow may be very, very tricky. But I am looking for the sell stops here. Again, I won't be considering that during the stream as it's going to drag on. I'm just looking for GJ to push down here. And then the potential reversal, which I also will not be doing on the stream, but looking for it off stream as well. But for now, if the next 3 minutes don't push down for GJ, again, I'm still holding. I will call the stream, but we have hit TP1, and I'm still holding to hit TP2. But if it does not continue down, and it continues to just delay, I'm going to end the stream. But just know that I'm still holding and just waiting for the trade to develop to either hit my stops at break even, or the runners run to TP2 and then I close out fully, at which point I wait for reversals to occur here, right? So a lot of freebies given in the past few days, including today. You just have to make sure you make the right choice and make the right entry, considering all the factors that are seen. Also take in consideration that there is high impact news coming, you know, in during New York opening, or half an hour into New York opening as well, right? Alrighty, okay. So just a couple more minutes. If the next 5-minute candle does not, do the trick, which I don't anticipate it will. I mean, the current 5-minute candle in the next, 2 minutes, I will call it a stream, and then if I still see, bullish movement, I may close in profit the runners. So I'll see to that as well. But for now, we did hit TP1, and just waiting for either, GJ for the current candle to hit our break-even point, which is where our stop loss is. And or come down, past TP1 to TP2 target, which is our profit target. To close out the remaining runners. Okay, so just seconds away from closing out the 5-minute candle. We'll see how it opens, but I don't think I'll stay past that. Here it comes, the new 5-minute candle. All right, closing slightly bearish. Closed bearish the previous, bullish the previous 5-minute candle, and now let's see if it makes a bearish pullback, or it continues up. Okay, so we might just get stopped out here unless there is a reversal here towards the downside. And here USD CAD comes again. I didn't mention that I've entered yet, but I won't, so because I don't want to be held on to the stream for too long, right? So all right, so GJ is still making its way. It may reject the 5-minute and come back in this range, and if it does come back in this range, I'm gonna end the stream, guys. I think it's been long enough now, and we did secure TP1. Looking to secure TP2, but we'll just have to wait a bit. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream once again. A close call, this one, but we survived, and captured a take profit here. Looking for a second, but we'll see, right? Also have given my freebies here, which we can look for potential reversals for GJ and USD CAD, and I'm actually actively watching USD CAD right now. And yeah, so that's that. We'll call it a stream here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, safe trading, and I will see you guys back tomorrow. Take care.